The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler, February 22nd, Chair of Peter in Antioch. In the first ages it was customary, especially in the East, for every Christian to keep the anniversary of his baptism, on which he renewed his baptismal vows, and gave thanks to God for his heavenly adoption. This they called their spiritual birthday. The bishops in like manner kept the anniversary of their own consecration, as appears from 4 sermons of St. Leo on the anniversary of his accession or assumption to the pontifical dignity, and this was frequently continued by the people after their decease, out of respect to their memory. St. Leo says we ought to celebrate the chair of St. Peter with no less joy than the day of his martyrdom, for as in this he was exalted to a throne of glory in heaven, so by the former he was installed head of the church on earth. On this festival, we are especially bound to adore and thank the divine goodness for the establishment and propagation of his church, and earnestly to pray that in his mercy he preserve the same and dilate its pale, that his name may be glorified by all nations and by all hearts to the boundaries of the earth, for his divine honor and the salvation of souls, framed to his divine image and the price of his adorable blood. The Church of Christ is his spiritual kingdom. He is not only the architect and founder, but continues to govern it, and by his Spirit to animate its members to the end of the world as its invisible head. Though he has left in St. Peter and his successors a vicar or lieutenant as a visible head, with an established hierarchy for its exterior government. If we love him and desire his honor, if we love men on so many titles linked with us, can we cease weeping and praying that by his sweet omnipotent grace he subdue all the enemies of his church, converting to it all infidels and apostates? In its very bosom, sinners fight against him. Though these continue his members by faith, they are dead members, because he lives not in them by his grace and charity, reigns not in their hearts, animates them not with his Spirit. He will indeed always live by grace and sanctity in many members of his mystical body. Let us pray that by the destruction of the tyranny of sin, all souls may subject themselves to the reign of his holy love. Good Jesus, for your mercy's sake, hear me in this above all other petitions. Never suffer me to be separated from you by forfeiting your holy love. May I remain always rooted and grounded in your charity, as is the will of your Father. Ephesians 3.